V-Rock.
What program are you using?
Reaper.
Nice. All of our shit's done in Logic.
Yeah, Reaper for a personal license was, I don't know, like $50, and I've been using it since we recorded Cybernetic Divine, so I figured I might as well pay them for it. But
hey, you want to pay us sometime?
Reaper is very much the WinRAR of the digital audio workstations, where it's like, hey, fucker, pay for it. Or don't. I'm a sign, not a cop.
Man, I remember jamming fucking Tower down in the basement back in the day here.
Now it's all ripped up because I had to redo my plumbing.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, yeah, that was expensive.
Yeah. How much did you pay for that?
I think after all is said and done with interest and whatnot, it'll probably end up being like 45 to 50K.
Over how many years, though?
The rest of my life.
Yeah.
It's like
probably like 5 years, probably. Because it was about 30K for the sewage and the internal plumbing, and then I had to charge a few things to my credit card because they wanted upfront payment or something like that. I don't know. I love capitalism.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be great if I could like pay a company a fee every month, so that when big emergencies like that happen,
It's just covered?
yeah, it's just covered. But instead, I actually do that, but they only cover like 3 things. Oh, your roof. Your roof had a tree fall on it. Yeah, it's an old roof, so we're not going to replace the whole thing. Like, what the fucking sense does that make?
I think if it's your plumbing, at least if you get like home serve, they cover everything out until like the fucking street or some shit.
Oh yeah, I could probably get that now that it's all been replaced. But I found out that my sewage line had not been replaced since the 50s.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so there was fucking 80 years worth of shit and grime in there. My dad said he like went out back and like looked at one of the pipes they took out, and he said it was just like solid like sludge in there. Like, so it's fitting that we did so many megaton practices here, you know.
That was a sledgehammer of a pipe.
Hey, kitty.
Flexo.
You smell my kitties? Oh,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah, I'm a cat guy. Obviously, I've got fucking 3 of them. I had 4 and then one died.
Oh
Yeah, I my old cat Gladys died in March. That's like she was like 20 years old, but it's like I've had that cat for like 15 years. That was rough. Yeah.
Yeah. We had to put down one of ours because he had like kidney disease and he was getting real skinny, and he used to be like fucking 22-pound cat, and he started shriveling up. I'm like, it might be time to take him to the vet.
I think that's what happened to Eris. I think he had some kind of disease like that, because they told me like they could do like a blood transplant for him, and it would cost me $1 bajillion, and then it wouldn't even guarantee that he'd survive. So,
Yep.
Unfortunately, because he was a fucking great cat. But
He liked being spanked.
he did
He
like
was a
being
pervert.
spanked. My 2 current cats do not like being spanked, so it's like I've lost a part of the joy of my life. All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
All right. Take one more swig of my nitro here. And hello, and welcome to today's episode of Side 1, Side B with Dave and Steve. I'm Steve.
And I'm Dave.
And today we have a guest. Introduce yourself.
What's up? I'm Kyle Androy, Weaving Shadows, local doom band here. Check us out, weavingshadows.com, and all the socials and shit. I play the bass, make it go burr. Known Steve here for a long time. Ain't that right?
Yeah, we've played a lot of shows together.
Sometimes in the same band.
Yeah, sometimes. you know, Kyle, it's funny. We were talking about the origins of Lucid Fugue recently, and we determined that us having Dave on stage for that one show, for that one song where we jammed for like 20 minutes, that was the birth of Lucid Fugue, because Dan was also there.
Yeah.
And
Tower of the Elephant God, that show. Yeah.
So, you are part of the Lucid Fugue lore because of that. So.
Proud of it. Hell yeah.
Well, today we're going to be taking a look at an album that you can pretty much say started all of it for me. Because before this, I did not really have much in the way of my own kind of music. I had a burnt copy of Black Sabbath's Reunion album. Before that, I was really into Linkin Park and Disturbed.
Yes.
Which
we all had that phase.
Which did not translate to my adulthood at all. Like Linkin Park, I have some respect for, even though I hate them and their lyrics and their sound. But they seem to be artists that enjoy what they do. Disturbed, I don't know. It's bro music for bros, and I don't like it.
Didn't they cover Sound of Silence?
Yes.
That's so weird to me, but yeah.
I guess I can thank them for introducing me to Land of Confusion, because as soon as I heard the Genesis version, I'm like, oh, I don't have to listen to their version ever fucking again.
The Genesis version is a great song.
Yeah. I did really like Smash Mouth when I was like 12, 13, like back when I think Astro Lounge came out. And I will say, I still kind of like Smash Mouth. They're still fun.
Somebody once told me.
The most enjoyment I have gotten from Smash Mouth though is I haven't talked about my roommate who was really big into Dream Theater this season yet. He hated Smash Mouth like more than most bands, and so
another was roommate, one that specific target band, right?
Yeah, another friend of mine who at a different point was my roommate, but he wasn't the guy who was the other roommate I've talked about from that era. Not the guy who was into Slipknot. Just another friend who eventually became a roommate too. We would just like constantly either like play All Star or just like sing the first like not even the entire Somebody, just the Somebody, and then just stop right there. Just get on his nerves.
What I would do at practice to annoy Mario is I would play the first two notes of break stuff, and then he'd look at me like, stop!
He also, the same roommate also hated the Trashmen, Bird is the Word. Maybe it was because of the Family Guy episode, maybe it wasn't, but we would play that on repeat. This was before the days of easily available streaming, so since I didn't have a CD with the Trashman version on it, we would just like put in my Ramones Rocket to Russia album and play their cover of it, and just like over and over again until he left the room.
That's great. You know, I think Walking on the Sun would make a pretty killer doom metal song.
It would.
And maybe that's something I'll do someday because I've had it rattling around in my head. But Walking
on the Sun is the best Smash Mouth song, honestly.
Their first album is legit pretty dang good. Like their second one is cheesy in a way that I love, but and then after that you don't have to pay attention to Smash Mouth.
I think they found out they could make a lot of money licensing All Star, and good for them.
Oh yeah,
but it was everywhere.
Yeah, I remember.
I was sick of it before it was on Shrek because it was in the Mystery Men trailer. I don't think it was in the movie itself, but like after that song was kind of everywhere.
Yeah, the music video had all the Mystery Men characters too.
Mystery Men was a good movie. I wonder if I would like it if I watched it now, but it was good.
I should find a Laserdisc version for when we do Laserdisc episodes of Side 1, Side B. Well, so I basically went Britney Spears, Smash Mouth, Linkin Park, Disturbed, Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath, obviously, still my favorite band, so that survived, obviously. And then that leads me to today's album, the Grand Theft Auto Vice City V-Rock soundtrack. What do you guys know about the Grand Theft Auto Vice City music in general, we'll just say.
One of my favorite things to do in Grand Theft Auto back in the day was to put on the classical station and then run over pedestrians.
I need to do that now.
It's just really funny.
Yeah, I was like on the opposite side. I would do the Rain and Blood and then just do drive-bys of Rain and Blood.
That's great, too. I just love the weird dissonance of running people down to classical music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense when you're doing it to Slayer. Although I will say the soundtrack is like half badass thrash metal and half glam metal. So I mean, like, you'll have moments where it's like you're running people down to 2 minutes to midnight, but then you're also running people down to David Lee Roth's Yankee Rose. So that's also very funny.
It's set in 80s Miami. You have to have the glam metal in it to make it an authentic package.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
But yeah, I think
Shot Boys is on that too, right? Isn't it?
I was on V-Rock or one of the other.
I don't know.
It's not on the CD, and I don't think it was on that station, but it might be on one of the other stations because there was an alternative rock station as well.
I liked most of the stations, honestly, for Vice City in particular. I think that might have been when I started taking an interest in just like I should just listen to more 80s music in general from multiple genres.
Yeah. 80s was a fun decade.
Yeah. Because I remember, like, before that I believed without researching the conventional wisdom that, Nirvana killed the 80s and good for it. But it's like, they really didn't. Kurt Cobain was a big fan of a lot of 80s bands. He just didn't like glam metal.
Oh, and, I love that grunge killed glam metal.
Yeah,
that's
I'm fine
a
with
good
that.
thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, but like Kurt Cobain's whole thing was talking about like all the bands that he loved too. So it's not like he really killed what came before him.
Like, I think this soundtrack's partly to blame for this, but I have a soft spot for a lot of glam metal. But the joke gets really old the longer the bands go. Like, we'll get more into this when we talk about Motley Crue because they're on this. But it's like, that band should have retired 35 fucking years ago.
Yeah,
like,
their early albums were pretty good, and then they kept going.
Yeah. Like that recent cover of the Beastie Boys song "Fight for Your Right to Party," like that made me want to gouge my ears out. Like, they even tried to open it up like this was some fun, spontaneous thing that they did. No, you meticulously recorded the song in the studio and it had no fun to it whatsoever.
Especially since, like, the Beastie Boys original, they didn't, like, they're definitely just kind of goofing around with that one, too. That's, like, the least serious song on their least serious album, which is what makes it so much fun.
Yeah. Well, it's like Motley Crue is full of some really stupid, narcissistic motherfuckers, and I think that's what makes their first two albums so great. But then the joke wears off after the second album. So, and we'll get more into that when we get into today's album. Let's go down the list here. We'll talk about who ended up here. We got Judas Priest, You Got Another Thing Coming.
Yes.
Motley Crue, Too Young to Fall in Love. Megadeth, Peace Sells.
Classic.
Nice.
The Games Band, Rockstar's Lovefist, Dangerous Bastard. Autograph, Turn Up the Radio.
Okay.
Twisted Sister, I Wanna Rock.
Nice.
Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon. Anthrax, Madhouse. Iron Maiden, 2 Minutes to Midnight. Slayer, Rain and Blood. Tesla. This is the group that Elon Musk formed in the 80s. They Coming at You Live, and Coming is the C-U-M coming. So
Come on, feel the noise.
So that means Elon. We all remember when Elon just strolled to the front of the stage and just came all over everybody, right? Yeah. Anyway,
and then he offered to buy all of us a horse to not talk about it.
And then the guy that did the same thing, David Lee Roth, Yankee Rose. David Lee Roth, what a weird guy. This soundtrack doesn't have every song that's in the game. I know. Here, let me bring it up. Maybe.
Vice City came out in 2002. Holy shit.
I know. I'm fucking old. Yeah, I remember my dad was dating somebody who had a PlayStation 2, and they got they got Vice City, and he wouldn't let me play it because he was kind of a douchebag. But I would just sit there going, "Holy fuck! I need to play this. It looks so realistic." And now you play it, and you're like, "Wow, that looks terrible." But back then, like, you know, I was used to the Sega Genesis, so by the time I saw a Sega Genesis and the PlayStation 1, so when I saw the jump between the PlayStation 1 and then the PlayStation 2, the graphics were just... that was a pretty incredible leap, and I don't think we're going to see a leap like that ever again.
Still
really.
the best game library ever, PS2.
Yeah, it's up there. I don't feel like I can make a definitive statement about which console had the best of all time, because there's so many arguments that you can make for a lot of them. But PS2 was classic for a reason.
There's so many games that I had too, and now like I see them on eBay and they're like hundreds of dollars. I'm like, fuck, why did I keep this shit? Like the Punisher game. Did you ever play that?
Yeah.
That was brutal as shit. I remember killing someone with a drill press, and I was like, "Man, I want to get that game as a 30-year-old." It's like $100 now on eBay.
That's why I mod all my consoles and get SD card readers, because retro gaming YouTube ruined retro gaming because it's made it all way too fucking expensive. I remember when I wanted to play Earthbound, and I had this mindset of, I can't play it until I have the actual cartridge. I'm glad I got over that. It was like $200 for a cartridge.
Jeez.
One of their most popular games. And then, of course, you know, there's the whole economics of, like, the game store people have to sell the cartridges at market price, because otherwise other game assholes will come in and buy them up and resell them and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, yeah, I'll just pay $100 for the NES cartridge that reads SD cards, and I'll play every NES game. I'll pay $100 one time. All right, so here's the songs that didn't end up on the CD. So we'll listen to this as like a side 4 or whatever. But we got She Sells Sanctuary by The Cult.
Nice.
Come On, Feel the Noise by Quiet Riot.
Nice.
CUM again. Lots of cum in the 80s.
Lots of cum.
Lots of cum. Just dripping.
Working for the Weekend by Loverboy.
Loverboy has always sucked.
God Blessed Video by Alcatraz. And another Lovefist song, Fist Fury by Lovefist. Why wouldn't you have put both Lovefist songs on the soundtrack? If they're your song.
That's a good question.
Like, I know some of these are probably licensing, but I feel ripped off. I feel ripped off buying this cracked CD that I got off Amazon recently.
Did you get the whole box set, or was it just this one?
Just this one.
Because I'm looking at the whole box set when I'm trying to bring up a set list for my notes. And
how much do they go for?
For the whole thing on Discogs, $91.
For a box set, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Especially because I think that's like, what, 12, 13, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there were a lot of radio stations in Vice City. It's part of the reason that game was so fucking fun, because half the time I didn't even do the missions. I just ran around, like, driving over people and punching people. And
I'm looking at the New Wave one right now, and I like how they didn't always go for the most obvious song by that artist. Like, you know, like for Human League, they did Keep Feeling Fascination rather than Don't You Want Me. Or for Blondie, they did Atomic rather than like Heart of Glass. That's really cool.
Yeah, I'll say this about the V-Rock soundtrack is a lot of these were pretty predictable. That's what were the big hits from the metal bands at this time. But we are going to separate this up into however many sides based on when they do the radio promos in the on the CD. So it's going to start out with a radio bumper, and then I think it goes up to autographs, Turn Up the Radio. So we'll start out with Judas Priest, Motley Crue, Megadeth, Rockstar's Lovefist, and I think Autograph. We'll find out if I'm full of shit on that one. anything to say about those 4 or 5 songs, fellas? Or should we just...
I'm kind of interested to hear them in this order, because...
It's hard to live up to that first Judas Priest track.
Yeah.
it opens strong. Yeah, that's for sure. Well, let's just throw it on, and then we'll talk about it.
While other stations' listeners are at school, we're shoplifting. The Roth.
I was up in your old stomping ground, Sioux City, yesterday.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Great thing.
Did it smell like shit?
No, it's fine. I went
That's
to Hard
good.
Rock Cafe and got a steak.
Well, every now and then the fucking sewer system will be like fucking airing it out, and it's fucking awful.
Yeah.
The sewage plant.
Yeah. That's why I always called it Sewer City back in the day, because every time I drove through it, I could smell it.
Yeah. At least they don't have the stockyards anymore, because it just smelled like pig carcasses and shit. So.
Yeah.
I went to the Hard Rock Cafe and got a fancy steak. And
Wait, there's still Hard Rock cafes?
yeah.
Oh, there's so much better food than in Sioux City, and like little holes in the walls. And
Yeah.
Oh, I know, but I'd never been to a Hard Rock Cafe before, so that was purely just to say I've been to one.
I
There you go.
think every small to medium-sized city has some of the best Mexican food you'll ever find.
Lagunitas tacos.
Yeah. You just
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you just need to like spend a little time poking around for it. And you definitely don't want to go to the Mexican restaurant that like all of the white teachers go to get cheap margaritas. That's usually the bad one. You want to go to like the more of the hole in the wall one.
Yeah, the one where you think you might get stabbed when you go in there.
I remember somebody at a party said once that if they take credit cards, then go find another place.
Exactly. Like Lagunitas cash only. Yep, exactly.
Oh, and then like here you can get some of the best Mexican food you'll ever find if you just go to like South 24th Street, find a food truck that you can't see the name on and will never find again, and buy a bunch of street tacos and
I want to
just sit
try
down and
that
eat 'em outside.
soul food truck off of Radial.
Oh yeah, they're pretty good.
Are they?
Yeah.
Like, I definitely gotta go there during the day because I don't want to get shot, but it looks fucking delicious.
All right, and we're back. So what'd you guys think of the first 4 songs, starting with Judas Priest and ending with Autograph?
I thought at the very it was at its strongest before it got to the fake band, and then it kind of trailed off a little bit. So the first 3 songs were all classics. The style parody was funny, and then Autograph is fine.
I was thinking, because we were talking so much, I figured both of you'd be like, Autograph, what?
Yeah.
But,
Well, I have my
I
individual
guess we're all
thoughts on
familiar with the sound.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get to my individual thoughts on Autograph when we get to that song, but it doesn't stand out as much as the first 3 songs.
Hey, Dave, you know what we forgot to do in the intro?
Oh, look at the cover art.
Yeah.
Let's evaluate it.
So before we get into what we think about the songs, Kyle, describe Lazlow.
oh yeah, he's a very sexy man. He's got a very punchable face, doesn't he?
Very punchable personality.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's the perfect person to be, presenting this playlist, I'll say at least. But
When we were listening to the introduction where he was introducing himself, we all noticed he had a very similar vibe to a local radio personality. We won't name specifically who because we don't need to be making enemies, but he's got that local DJ, that
Micro celebrity.
yeah, exactly. He's got that down, like 100%. And the way he introduced the track, I thought was perfect.
And I liked how it did that local radio dumb guy, meathead, like hyper masculine aggressive thing. I forget exactly what they said, but like the pounding you in the face with, like just that vibe.
Well, and I think you mentioned in the later games they really flanderized Lazlow, but I won't say it's not exaggerated here. It's definitely parody, and you can tell, but it also still feels realistic enough to be funny,
Yeah. I think a lot of the humor in the GTA games, as they keep going, does flanderize a bit.
Yeah, and that's just something that happens the more sequels you have. It's kind of hard to avoid. Maybe that's why he's not coming back for the next one. I think I heard he stepped out for the next one. Yeah. Also, to mention Lazlow, I think he's the one that picked all the songs, not only for this one, but for all the other ones as well.
Is Lazlow really his name?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He's a real guy.
I bet he doesn't act exactly like he does in the game, but yeah.
I don't think
it's probably like being a wrestler where you turn your personality up to like 10 or whatever,
Yeah. I have to imagine there's a degree of truth to that, but he's obviously self-aware enough to make fun of himself, so that's always nice to see. So yeah, we got introduced to the personality. Obviously, in the game, there are more moments where he takes calls and.
Is that his first appearance? Is he in 3? I don't remember.
I think he was in. I think he was in 3. Was he in 3 as the talk radio host?
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then it was kind of like his backstory was he was in the rock station in the 80s.
Yeah, because and I think in the first one he was like an intern or something, if I remember right. Oh no, if I said he was, appears in Grand Theft Auto 3. Yeah, he was an intern in Grand Theft Auto 3 for Cousin Ed. That's why in the game that Cousin Ed guy calls him and yells at him. That's because he took his job or whatever. And fun fact, the Lazlow in the HD games 4 and 5 is not the same Lazlow. That's part of the Grand Theft Auto multiverse kind of thing. They're different universes, so there are multiple Lazlows. So yeah, I guess the flanderized version isn't even the same one technically. So, but yeah, so starts out with Lazlow, hits you with 3 bangers, one song that nails the hair metal formula so much to the point that I would hate that song if it wasn't a joke, and then meh. So. All right, let's go track by track. Judas Priest, you've got another thing coming.
Perfect.
Coming with a C-O-M, by the way.
Yeah, the only time.
Oh, the gay one doesn't want to come on me, damn. Oh well, next time.
Next time. Yeah, I thought it was a good choice for the soundtrack to get this particular era of Priest, to get it.
For Vice City, that was a great choice.
Yeah, it's perfect for Vice City. It's a good song. Judas Priest does this style of music better than most bands, I think. And then when they chose not to, and they did other stuff really well too.
And you mentioned when we were listening to it that they kind of switch between cheesy and cool.
A lot, and they go back and forth when they feel like it. And it works.
Yeah, and
You
I
can
think
pull
this
up both at the same time, even.
Yeah.
This isn't just good for a hair metal song. This is a good song. This was a good choice.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like
sure.
it. I like the chugging rhythm guitar.
I can't think of another Judas Priest song I would pick besides that one for the soundtrack.
For this soundtrack, it was really the best choice.
Yeah.
And it's a good opener.
Indeed. Next one, Motley Crue, Too Young to Fall in Love.
It flows really well from the previous song. It's a good song. I like the backing vocals on the chorus, and then with the lead vocal doing, the kind of grunting and filling in the spaces. That's fun. It's a fun song. It fits really well. Between the 2 songs it's in, it feels like it's slowly upping the intensity of the whole thing. Yeah, good choice.
What do you think, Kyle?
I mean, I'm not a huge Motley Crue guy. Maybe throw some Poison in there instead.
Poison.
Oh, yeah.
See, I think if I had
If
to
you're going to
pick-
go cheese, just go all fucking cheese, right?
See, I think if I was going to pick
Every rose.
oh God, I hate that song. See, I think if I was to pick a different hair metal band, it would be Rat.
Rat would fit there too. Yeah.
Round and Round was on there at some point, wasn't it? It probably wasn't that station though. Was it? I don't know.
I don't think it was in this game, but maybe it was in because there's a Vice City Stories too that has like a whole bunch of them. Because I played Grand Theft Auto Vice City Revised, which is like a fan made like expansion, and they added all the songs from the Vice City Stories, and that would include like Kisses Lick It Up, for instance, which is
nice.
Perfect.
That's a good one.
That one, yeah. Yeah, for me, I like Motley Crue's first two albums. I don't like Motley Crue as people at all. Except for Mick Mars. Mick Mars seems like a cool fucker, but I do like this song. It's a perfect Motley Crue song, I'd say.
Yeah. Their discography keeps getting worse and worse as they keep going, too.
Yeah, they should have quit 35 years ago.
Yeah.
When we do, I forget which season we're going to do, but I'm going to bring a Motley Crue record in, and it's the one without Vince Neil, because it's just interesting. Megadeth, Peace Sells. I mean,
best song on the disc, honestly.
I'd still go Judas Priest, but it's up there for me too. Like, Peace Sells and Rust is like the best thing Megadeth has done.
Yeah.
Well, like I said when I opened the episode, this soundtrack really got me started on heavy metal. Hearing Peace Sells made me go get Peace Sells. And then Megadeth for a while was my favorite band until you find out how much of a dickbag that Dave Mustaine is. And then you're like, he's one of those I could separate the art from the artist depending on the album. Like his latest ones are fucking garbage.
But they also introduced me to Marty Friedman, and like I'll listen to his Megadeth shit, I'll listen to his J-pop shit or whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
It's all fucking good. He's such an amazing guitarist.
I listened to that one he did with Jason Becker. That's a really good fucking album.
I also...
And I don't usually like guitar shreddy albums.
And even though this isn't in the song, this is in the music video, I can't help but think, this is the news every time I hear the song.
Oh man, when I heard Peace Sells, I was probably 17, and that was the height of my I hate George W. Bush fervor. And I mean,
I bet you'd beg for him back now.
No, I wouldn't actually. I think he's neck and neck with Trump on being evil.
Yeah, lying to get us into a war was pretty bad.
Yeah. Because, but I was gonna say the line. What do you mean I couldn't be president? It's still we the people, right? I mean, that's exactly how I feel about things. And it's fun. It sucks that Dave Mustaine's not really that way anymore because he's probably loves the oligarchs.
What happens when you get money, dude?
Yeah,
it just fucking turns you evil.
Well, did you see? He's doing that House of Mustaine show where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna drink wine and do culture." And
I do like it that it was Jello Biafra in the video too as the dad.
Yeah,
I want to watch the news.
I wonder how disappointed Jello Biafra is in Dave Mustaine.
Oh, probably very. But yeah, no, it's a great song. I love the interplaying guitar parts. I love the way it speeds up at the end. The Peace Sells, but who's buying it? Yeah, like it's a great song. One of the best metal songs ever written, honestly. It's perfect here. It may be an obvious one to put on here, but I don't care. It's great.
I couldn't imagine the soundtrack without it being on there. And what I really like about the first incarnation of Megadeth, and it really comes out on the Peace Sells album, is they have a jazz rhythm section.
Yeah.
You got, I guess Chris Poland's not part of the rhythm section, but I know Ellefson, he mentioned when he was like relearning the parts for this album for the tribute band he was doing where they were playing Megadeth songs. He mentioned that he thought the rhythm section had like an R&B style to it, except like really sped up.
Yeah.
And with Chris Poland's like jazzy, bluesy fusion guitar playing, like it was doing like this, call and response type blues kind of stuff. You did not hear that from the other thrash metal bands, and you don't hear that a lot in metal in general. I guess you do a lot in doom and stoner and stuff, but that wasn't as big of a thing yet.
No, it definitely didn't have the reach that Megadeth had at that time either. So
I have to imagine a lot of doom guys probably love Peace Sells because of that quality.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, and then we get the parody song, Rockstar's Lovefist, Dangerous Bastard.
It was funny. I would not listen to it on its own.
Right.
Yeah.
It has to be part of the game.
Yeah. If I put this on a mix or on a playlist, check me into an institution because there's clearly something wrong.
Here's what I think is funny about this one is it has every fucking hair metal trope into it, to the point where the end, because they play it like it's a live track, and I think that's because it's in the game and they're playing it live in the stadium or whatever.
Yeah.
And the song ends, and then there's a full minute of them like winding down, going like keep hitting their stuff. Like Sean makes fun of me for not winding our songs down fast enough. So it's like that to the extreme. Like just every like they wind it down, and then suddenly the drums like. So just it's everything I'd want in a parody. I would hate this song if it wasn't a parody.
Yeah.
Which is why it's a parody.
Exactly. And then finally, pretty fucking mid song, Autograph, Turn Up the Radio.
Yeah. I think the nicest thing I can say about this song is I think that like the first verse as it's building up is pretty cool. I think by the time it gets to the chorus, it's just like kind of generic.
Yeah, it's
like I don't like hate it. It's just kind of generic for the most part.
Yeah, it's really inoffensive.
Yeah, it exists.
Yeah. This is one that I could see not being on the soundtrack, and I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
This wasn't one I wanted to crash cars to.
Yeah,
makes you go from wanting to murder the hooker to wanting to fuck the hooker. So I guess it works out that way.
Yeah.
Well, if you kill her, you get your money back.
Exactly.
Anita Sarkeesian's gonna kill us. All right, we're gonna move on to the next side. Let's see. I don't remember where the promo thing is on it. Let me look up the track list real quick here.
Well, we got Twisted Sister, I Want to Rock after the promo.
Yeah.
And then we got Ozzy, Bark at the Moon. And then we got Anthrax, Madhouse. And then we got an all-time classic, Iron Maiden, 2 Minutes to Midnight. Then we have another all-time classic, Slayer, Raining Blood. And then we have Elon Musk's Tesla coming at you because the AI will just run down pedestrians. And then we have David Lee Roth, Yankee Rose.
Well, I'm trying to see if there's a bumper between those.
There is a bumper after Yankee Rose and then a couple more songs.
Okay, so it would be all of those. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to listen to all of those. Then we'll do the ones that aren't on the CD.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
V-Rock. For people who wear name tags to work.
And we are back from a fictional side B that we created out of necessity. What do you guys think?
Pretty strong.
Yeah, had a lot of fun with it. It made me imagine jumping a blocky PS2 era convertible off of the side of a building.
Rain and Blood's the perfect hooker murdering song. So
Yeah.
So, hey, how'd I do? Do I sound okay? Hey, do I look okay?
No.
Oh no, it's the CD era. There's a hidden track.
Best friend. How cool is that? I tell you, man, you can't stop me right now. Since I got this gig,
I wonder how much
man,
this
rockin' love.
It's so funny it happened while we were recording.
I've had so many chicks
Love
this
it.
month, most of them can't even remember. I gotta ask for a raise.
Most of them can't remember.
No money of doing this sort of thing in a studio. I'm the star of the show, man, and all they say to me is talk more about the vulture. Say the vulture will peck your eyes out. Screw the vulture, man. I'm about rock and roll. How many vulture did last week? I hate that frickin' vulture.
It's funny we would have missed that if I wasn't lazy and didn't get up to press stuff.
Yeah.
I'm Lazlow.
Happy
man.
accidents.
What was that?
I'm used to those being buried after like 10 minutes
Turn the
too.
mic on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to pollute your studio. What? Stop talking. But that's my job. Oh yeah, if I weren't a rocker, could I do this? Oh yeah, I trashed hotel rooms. Yeah, I'm whacked on cough syrup, man. That was me. Yeah. Oh,
Tussin.
okay,
Oh, I'm gonna cut this out for
I'll
the
leave. Yeah.
for something anyway.
Yeah. I wonder how much of that we actually picked up, though. We'll find
Oh,
out.
I think just us reacting to it coming on, I think it's funny enough.
That was actually better than the very last Lazlow bump at the end.
All right, so there may be an awkward cut here, there may not. I don't know how I'm going to edit it yet, but we just encountered the hidden bonus track because I was too lazy to get up and press stop on it. So we wouldn't have even known that was there had we not had that not happened. So
One thing I hated about the bonus track era of music would be like if I went to bed with the CD on. It would be like, yeah, listening to this, I'm gonna go to sleep, and then 10 minutes later, just like a blast of a goof of a song where people aren't even playing their instruments right. It's like, yeah, what the hell?
I think it's funny that the hidden bonus track on the Def Leppard Pyromania album was the hidden bonus track that was just probably, what was his name, Thomas Dolby?
Yeah.
I bet you that was him.
Yeah, that was just him playing around with the synthesizer. It was better than any Def Leppard song.
Kyle, what do you think of Def Leppard?
Not a huge Def Leppard guy.
Dave managed to completely avoid Def Leppard until we brought it in for last season's finale. And then I think, is that still the worst album you've ever heard?
Yeah, front to back, it's the worst album I've ever heard.
All right, so
Lazlow track again. I was not expecting it to be funny when they went back to it, but that second Lazlow track they had like right in the middle was actually pretty good.
remind me what happened in that one.
What did happen in that one? I don't know, but it was nice.
It's funny. It's like, I remember it was funny.
Yeah,
Said some stuff and some things.
yeah.
Well, it
Vulture
started out with the
picking eyes
bumper
out,
where it's
yeah.
like, while everyone's at home, we're shoplifting.
Yeah, there's that one. Yeah,
Yeah. And then, wasn't he ranting about how he's going to be famous or something? Or was that at the end?
that was at the end.
Oh, okay. Oh, well.
Oh well. They're amusing. They're not the most essential part of the record, but yeah, or of the album.
But yeah, we had several songs, a pretty healthy mix of thrash, regular heavy metal, and glam metal. I liked all of the selections. Started out with Twisted Sister's I Wanna Rock. Ended with David Lee Roth's Yankee Rose, and all sorts of things in between. Ozzy Osbourne, Anthrax, Iron Maiden, Slayer, Tesla, and yeah, I like all of those songs to varying degrees.
To varying
Yeah.
degrees. Some are
Yeah.
better than others, but hey, it was more. I felt like it was more consistent than the first side.
Yeah.
But my favorite song on the whole thing is still Peace Sells. But
Plus, I actually own the David Lee Roth album that this song comes from. I think that was one of those that I inherited from my stepdad's record collection.
nice. That is the most stepdad album you can inherit, honestly.
Yeah, really.
Unless you have Bob Seger. You got Bob Seger?
I do have one. I don't know if we've officially committed to this yet, but we're talking about doing the best of bread for the season finale because Sean just has it in his record collection. He doesn't know where it came from.
There you go.
So yeah, we could talk about the varying degrees of success here and start with Twisted Sister, I Wanna Rock.
I like this.
Classic.
Yeah, it's one thing that sets it apart from a lot of other glam metal is Dee Snider's vocal delivery is really good.
Yeah.
Like he has like a great flow. Like he can
Even the
like,
riffs go harder in
Yeah.
Twisted Sister than a lot of your other glam bands.
Yeah, and I like how choppy the guitar riff was too. It almost had like that, choppy start stop thing that like a lot of like post punk bands were doing at the time, but just played like a lot heavier. Not like as Spare's post punk tends to do that thing, and so it's just like that, and then like. Steve, you said you don't usually like songs where the subject is wanting to rock.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100% on that. This song's still good.
Yeah, exception. This
This is the
absolutely an
exception.
One thing I noted when listening to this song is I think Twisted Sister's glam metal is more rooted in New York glam metal or the New York glam rock than like the LA sound. And I think that's why I like them a lot more.
Yeah, sounds more like New York Dolls than Odin.
Yeah. Although I will say the album that this comes from, it's almost borders on like speed metal territory at times.
Yeah.
It has some really like creepy subject matter. Like this song, "I Want to Rock," and what's the other big hit from this one?
I'll look it up.
I'm blanking.
But yeah, their distortion almost goes a lot harder than your typical glam metal too.
Yeah.
Almost an HM2 kind of vibe.
It's off of the Stay Hungry album. Well, we're not gonna take it, but were you thinking the price?
Yes, that's what I was thinking about.
Oh,
yeah.
their biggest hit. Yeah.
So these two songs are the radio songs. The rest of the songs on Stay Hungry are like just straight up heavy metal, like rather than any sort of like glam. And yeah, it's worth listening to. And that's one where they re-recorded it. And I like the re-recorded versions of all the songs besides the two hits. Like those have to have the 80s production, I think. But
Yeah.
and someday, maybe when we do a season of re-recorded albums or something. Yeah. All right, we'll move on to Ozzy Osbourne, "Bark at the Moon" from the first album after Randy Rhoads died.
I like how fast it was. I like that they put like a really fast song at this point in like the whole record. I thought the song itself went a little long, like they probably should have faded out a little earlier. But as a whole, it was a good song.
It's an okay song. It's not Sabbath.
Yeah.
It's not Iommi.
Yeah.
That's the thing about...
It's not Randy Rhoads either, too.
It's not Randy Rhoads either, that's right. And like the thing about Ozzy's vocals is I always thought his vocal style fits the music of Black Sabbath better than like the poppier sound of his solo stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I really like his first two solo albums. I think they were really good collaborative efforts.
Although I think Crazy Train is one of the more overplayed songs.
Oh, I agree. 100%.
Absolutely.
100%, yeah. And I like "Bark at the Moon," but it's just kind of okay.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
It is fine.
And
I like how fast it is being like at this place in the record, because I feel like it's a good escalation of energy to put a song that fast there. But yeah.
well, it feels like Ozzy spends a lot of time trying to sound like the creepy Prince of Darkness, when it's like you were in Sabbath, but for some reason in his solo stuff it almost seems like a parody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Flanderized a bit. Yeah.
And I don't know, I hate "No More Tears." Like, it's one of his classic albums. I think I think the only song I liked on that is the one that Lemmy wrote, "Hellraiser." And
is it about the movie Hellraiser?
I like the Motorhead version, like better. So yeah, I'm a giant Black Sabbath fan. When it comes to Ozzy's solo career, I really like the first two albums, and then this one, it kind of drops off for me. I rarely put this album on.
Yeah.
Good selection for this soundtrack, though.
Yeah.
It vibes. It gels.
Yeah. It's of the era.
Yeah, for sure. All right, and then next, I love the way this one opens with the laugh, but Anthrax's "Madhouse."
Yeah, I like how cheesy the laugh is. It was fun. It made the song fun.
That made me want to get the album that this song came from. It made me pay attention to the song. Yeah.
The song's a little bit more on the punkier side of all the songs on here, which Anthrax were kind of on the punkier side. They covered punk songs. They talked about how much they liked punk. It was a little like sloppier than some of the other ones too, like not played as tight.
Yeah, Anthrax probably fit in with the New York punk scene more than like the LA thrash metal scene. And I don't know, when it comes to the big four, they kind of stick out like a sore thumb.
They kind of do.
It's like, if I was to pick the big four, I would probably take Anthrax out, not because they don't belong there, in my opinion, just because I think Exodus fits better. And Anthrax, I think, has their own sound,
Exodus is very underrated, and Anthrax never did it for me. That's kind of where I started to check out on the last couple songs here, was this song. So.
Well, and their career is like really inconsistent.
I think I even like Suicidal Tendencies more.
They changed singers to John Bush, who I think is also a great singer, but I thought he sounded better in Armored Saint. And I don't know, by the time they actually figured out what to do with him, they reunited. So
I also always found it funny that they covered like Joe Jackson's Got the Time, and Joe Jackson made fun of them for how slow they played it. Yeah.
Ouch.
What I don't really Anthrax is actually the first like major band I ever saw live. I saw them open for Rob Zombie on their 2006 tour, and what really annoyed me is they played for like half an hour, and three of the songs were covers. It was Got the Time, it was Antisocial by Trust, and then the rap song Bring the Noise, which I love.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to see that. But it's like, guys, I want to see Anthrax songs.
If Flava Flav wasn't there doing it with them and Mike D, then I don't want it. I don't want it.
It was a fine performance, but yeah, I think I would have rather saw an Anthrax song, to be honest. But
Yeah, I want to like them more. Like, Scott Ian seems like such a nice guy, but I don't know.
yeah, I can see them being one of those. I want to like them. I was thinking about that the other day, but I'm trying to think like what band was it? It's like I want to like this band, but I can't.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought this song was fine. It fit the soundtrack. It's an alright song. Anthrax
When we
are hit or miss.
When we
Yeah.
go back to doing EP episodes, I have an Anthrax EP that we'll be doing. I don't know if one of their albums will make the show. I'm sure it will.
Yeah, we'll see.
We have a lot of things to talk about. All right, next is a fucking banger, possibly one of my favorite songs. The first time I ever heard Iron Maiden was from the soundtrack, and yeah, this is 2 Minutes to Midnight.
I'm not sure exactly where I heard it. The first Maiden song I ever heard was Run to the Hills.
Yep, same.
It was just kind of there. That song was kind of everywhere for a little while. But yeah, this is a great song. Loved it here. Second best song on the whole album. Favorite is still Peace Sells. But yeah, this is great song, and I like it that they went a little less obvious for their choice for a Maiden song. They didn't do Number of the Beast or Run for the Hills. They chose this.
Well, and I couldn't imagine plowing through people to Number of the Beast either, you know?
Yeah. The beginning part's too slow for that.
Yeah. I think for a game where you're going to be driving over pedestrians, I think it's got to be a thrasher like that one. So, great choice.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, since Bruce Dickinson seems to tank our podcast numbers, probably ruined this whole episode. Thanks, Bruce.
Yeah. Now draw another. Pay someone to draw another comic book for you.
Maybe if we keep tagging Bruce Dickinson, we'll kill him like we killed Valdiano. I'm sorry, Paul.
I'm sorry, Paul.
I'm so sorry.
We just didn't like that solo record. We thought you were cool.
Your later solo albums are great. All right. Next one, another bona fide classic. You know, this might actually rip a hole in the slow intro theory, but we got Slayer's Rain and Blood here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Great song.
The solo sucks so much.
The solo sucks ass. But that's the end of the song, so you can just kind of pretend it didn't happen.
Telling you, Mark Vickerness and Kerry King solo battle. I'm telling you. I don't know who's coming out the other side on that one.
Yeah.
Do you think they were in the studio and like they couldn't have been like, "Hey, Carrie, you want to do another take, maybe?"
Yeah. I like the main riff from this song though quite a bit. Yeah, like the main riff is great. The solo,
the rest of the song's so badass it just nullifies it.
And I'm glad they put the sample part in too, because that song's not complete without the fucking like rain sounds and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's a great song to run pedestrians over. Although. This is the most obvious song they could have picked by this artist. And you know, like maybe it would have been cool if they would have done like Angel of Death instead or something, just to
Angel
be a little less
worked really good. Actually,
be a little less obvious. But hey, this is still a great song, and this wasn't for like the hardcore like music fans like us. This is to give like a snapshot of the era and to introduce Baby Steve to a lot of metal, and so it works for that.
I will say this about its slow intro, and where I don't think Number of the Beast would have worked, is usually when I heard the thunderclaps of Rain and Blood start to come on, it made me like stop my car and like gear up to like go into like Slayer mode kind of.
Yeah.
So it's just it's perfect. I absolutely love it.
It'd usually be like the first song that would play too. If you like got in the car like immediately and turned on that channel, that'd usually be the first one that you would catch.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, cool, it's time to start murdering. Put in the cheat codes.
Yeah.
Get unlimited ammo.
Yeah.
You ready? Let's go.
Let's do this in the tank.
Yep.
Let's talk
Anyway,
about the
moving
solo
on.
some more. What does the solo sound like? Does it sound like a cat?
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm glad you reminded me of that. So, when I was a young teenager, before I grew my giant beard and I had long
Wee
hair,
lad.
I didn't lose my hair; it just merely migrated.
To your face.
Yeah, I used to post on the Megadeth forums, and it legit had like a fun community around it. Like there were a lot of douchebags in it, but that's kind of what made it fun.
I mean, and forums just have douchebags because people can be anonymous.
Megadeth
there.
fans are douchebags?
Oh my god!
No.
And when you're a teenager, you don't really pick up on it because you're also a douchebag because you're a teenager.
Yeah.
But I remember somebody was talking about the Rain and Blood solo, and he said like, I don't know, he like put his guitar down on a stand, and it was still like hooked up to his amp, and he forgot to turn it down or whatever, and he went to take a dump or something. And then the cat just went up to the guitar and just started batting at it. And he said he thought somebody picked his guitar up and was playing the Rain and Blood guitar solo. And really, that's how complicated that guitar solo is. Like, Dave, you're not a guitar player. You could play that solo, I think. Kyle, you're not a guitar player. I think you can play that solo.
Probably.
All right, moving on. Elon Musk's early work here, Tesla. This is before they moved to making cars and shit, and they were making hair metal. Weird shift.
But it was. I made this joke before.
Yeah.
I'll make it again. Coming at you like you're a pedestrian in a crosswalk.
But we have, Coming At You Live. Coming as in semen.
Yeah, I like. Okay, this one was probably my least favorite song on this side. I thought there were like some great individual moments to it, but I thought it was a little, like as a song, it was a little bloated. They needed to figure out what worked and kind of thin it down a bit. Like for instance, like I thought like the opening riff where it was just one guitar, that was really cool. Then when it got to the trading solos with without like the rest of the band coming in yet, I was like, this is kind of dragging. Just get to the song already. And then, but yeah, like there's like this one had like a lot of great moments, but as a whole, it could have been a little leaner.
Yeah, it's one of those songs I really liked the energy of. I thought it was performed really well. It had more standout moments than like the Autograph song from the first quote side.
Oh yeah, it's better than the Autograph song. I'm not gonna.
But it's nothing that made me want to run out and get a Tesla album either.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tesla was always like one of those bands that would come to Sioux City, when I lived there, and they'd play like Down by the River, like the, just like the fair kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's for a reason.
Yeah.
You're playing the fair in Sioux City for a reason. It's because you're okay.
Yeah.
It's like they make a few bucks and they make a living off it. I can respect that.
Right.
I wonder if they're embarrassed by Elon Musk having the same name as their band.
I don't know. They are older guys. Maybe they're not.
They should send a cease and desist.
Yes.
You have to rename your company Edison because it's more accurate.
Yeah. We're both named after a dead guy who can't sue us. So, yeah.
I saw somebody compare Elon Musk to Thomas Edison, and somebody said, that's not fair. Thomas Edison did actually invent a few
I was going to say,
Yeah.
Thomas Edison invented shit.
Yeah. Like a lot of shit. Thomas Edison was actually smart.
I mean, he did steal shit too, but...
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's like you got the worst of both worlds. Then,
Right.
Yeah.
With Elon Musk, it's like, you just suck.
Yeah.
And Thomas Edison, he may have electrocuted an elephant, but he had too much dignity to jump around on stage and try to make his body into an X.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I found the picture of them electrocuting the elephant, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And this was when Tower of the Elephant God was going on, and I sent it to Adam as like potential like promo stuff, and I made Adam really sad.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that happened.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was really grim. But I think I made Adam cry. Sorry, Adam.
Adam has feelings?
Adam has a lot of feelings.
Adam has a lot of high-speed feelings.
All at once.
All right, then we finally end it with what I think is really like Vice City's anthem, so to speak, because it's David Lee Roth, Yankee Rose. What a weird motherfucker, right?
Yeah, really weird dude. He always seems both older and younger than he is.
Well, it's like when I pictured this song, I was picturing like a retiree, like saying the intro. He's like, "Oh, let me stroll up onto the sidewalk and take a look," and it's like that's what David Lee Roth is now. It's like he's just some old retiree. He was already an old retiree when he did this song in the '80s.
Yeah,
and, it's funny and charming though.
Yeah, it embodies the spirit of the video game Vice City and just like the over-the-top excess of it. It's great song, perfect for this.
And this was the period where he was trying to out Van Halen by getting not Stevie Ray Vaughan, by getting Steve Vai.
Steve Vai,
yeah. And yeah, I think it's over the top more than any Van Halen song, to be honest. So
yeah,
I think he accomplished that goal.
Yeah, it's very 80s, but at the same time, like I picture like that meme. And it's, David Lee Roth and, like, the chick behind him. I used to be in Van Halen. That's great, Grandpa. Now let's get you to bed.
Yeah. I like the part near the end where he's just, like, vocalizing and saying random shit. It's amazing.
I'm so high.
Let me get some apple pie. It's like, what is he talking about? I assume it's a sex thing, but I also like to picture that, like, he just said that into the mic and like walked out of the booth, and they're like, "Let's keep it."
It's either a sex thing or like someone needs to get him more coke. No.
See, if it was
I failed to consider that. And I think you might be right.
If it was a sex thing, I don't think he would have said apple pie.
we found David Lee Roth's his
safe word.
drug safe word.
Yeah. There's a great Henry Rollins bit on one of Henry Rollins' spoken word tours. He talks about once how he met David Lee Roth at an art gallery, and David Lee Roth just had a guy following him around with a trench coat full of beers that he would hand out to people after he introduced himself to them.
This is how the other half lives.
Yeah. And this was at a time when Henry Rollins wasn't drinking, and like so he like came up and David Lee Roth introduced himself to him, offered him a beer, and when Henry said no thanks, the guy just put it back in his trench coat and closed it.
I'd hang out with David Lee Roth for a day. I think that'd be great.
I would definitely hang out with him at a art gallery that he co-owned.
So somebody should put that into that Doom mod that you showed me, where it's like he's going around looking at art.
Yeah. It'd be so good, yeah. And then, yeah, like one of my other favorite David Lee Roth stories is once he was on, I think it was David Letterman, one of the late night shows, and he was talking about Tomato Duplanty from the Screamers, when he was done with the Screamers, had kind of like this illegal like club party space, and David Lee Roth just started like giving way too much information about it on David Letterman once. He's like, "There's this guy, his name is Tomato," and yes, it was great. He was probably fun to hang out with until he got annoying. But yeah,
what a weird guy.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. We made fun of Kerry King, but I'm going to mention something funny he said recently. Is he said he likes Dave Mustaine, but he can't be around him for more than 20 minutes. So he's like, yeah, I'll go up and I'll get my 20 minutes in with him and be like, "Oh, Dave, good to see you. Bye."
Bye.
I bet you that's exactly what it's like with David Lee Roth. Like, you probably want to hang out with him for about an hour, get a couple beers in and be like, all right, David.
See ya.
Now I know why the Van Halen guys think you're an asshole. Best Van Halen era, though, is his, though.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
think Sammy Hagar is the better singer. They made better music with David Lee Roth, though.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Hagar had the better solo career.
Oh, I agree with that, yeah. Because besides this album, and maybe, like, one other, like, David Lee Roth's solo albums all like, crushed velvet Vegas shit.
Yeah.
That nobody wants.
Right.
Yeah. Like, he re-recorded a bunch of Van Halen songs, and they were bad. Very bad. Very bad.
One thing that I've heard that David Lee Roth likes to say, which I think is really petty and funny, is he loves it that when he plays with Van Halen for reunion stuff, he doesn't have to sing any Sammy Hagar songs. When Sammy Hagar does reunion stuff with them, he has to sing David Lee Roth songs.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
I was at the Brass Armadillo the other day, speaking of Hagar, and they had an original heavy metal movie poster.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I almost spent the like $60 on it.
We should watch the heavy metal laser disc for a bonus episode. Honestly,
There you go.
I'll find it later, but I have it on Laserdisc. You mentioned while we were listening to it that we did the Funhouse by the Stooges episode, and Iggy Pop also does some vocalizations. So I think while they're both still alive, we need to have a David Lee Roth, Iggy Pop frontman off.
oh, I think
Pop's gonna win that.
Yeah, Iggy's the better frontman. I think when Iggy does like his weird howls and grunts, it fits a lot better than like David Lee Roth. It's fun because it's weird and out there. Like Iggy knows how to make it fit the song a lot better.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know he'd win. I just want to see it.
I would want to see it too. Yeah.
I suppose we'd have to get our temporal chronovisor going so we could see them in the era that they were both in their prime, though. Although Iggy Pop, I think, is still in his prime, isn't he?
Yeah,
like he's only calmed down like a little bit.
He doesn't stage dive anymore because he's like nearly 80. But yeah, and his body looks like
It's going to tell you to open your mind.
yeah. It looks like it looks like leather that fell out of a car at this point. Yeah.
I saw in one of the boomer rock and roll groups I'm in, there was a comic of Iggy Pop like undoing a Christmas present, and he got out a shirt, and then the caption said, "Iggy Pop receives another mysterious invention that he doesn't know how to use," or some shit like that.
Him and Matt Pike need to have a shirt on a pole wrestling match.
Yeah.
What's funny is right after I saw that, I actually saw Iggy Pop post something in my feed, and he was wearing a shirt.
He does wear a shirt when he's not performing. Like for a while in the 80s, he did try performing with a shirt for a while, and it looked wrong.
I think it'd be the same with Matt Pike. I don't think Matt Pike would work with a shirt on. We should tell Sean he can't play with a shirt on anymore.
Sean would probably be pissed if we tried to make him perform shirtless.
I know he would. So it'd be just like bringing him on the podcast, except in the band.
Yeah.
I like whipping mine off every now and then, just showing off the scar.
Yeah.
That's pretty metal.
That's pretty metal.
When we practice in the summer, I often will take my shirt off while we're playing because it gets hot in here. But yeah.
Remember in the hideout all those years ago?
When I had the wound vac?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the chick was like, "Is that chemo?" I'm like, "You dumb bitch." Yeah, I'm just walking around the bar with chemo. Yep.
Well, I was going to bring up, I think this was right after your surgery. Like, we were, I don't know why, but we decided to play pool against these two guys.
Yep.
And they whooped us.
Yeah, they wanted us to do a shot. Yeah. And I'm like,
I didn't want to because I don't really like drinking. And you had to show them your scar to let them know that you can't. And then they made me drink too.
Yeah.
And then they made me pay for it.
Well, you lost the pool game, so really.
I know, it was my fault, but I was a poor college student.
Yeah.
I didn't understand how things worked.
I
was just going to buy them their 2 shots and then fuck off. But no, I had to buy myself a shot.
I do remember one time, though, I saw a Shaken Babies show, and Steve-O had just had hernia surgery, and he had, like the big yellow bag on him and like with all the gauze, and he was drinking, and I was thinking, hopefully you don't die tonight. Yeah.
All right, so that's the end of the music. We also had 2 bumpers. We had one for the movie. What was the movie called? I forget.
Exploder or something?
Yeah, Exploder. Yeah.
It was like a jingoistic 80s action movie, kind of like a take on like Rambo 3.
Yeah, I'd watch the movie they made up there.
Yeah, I would too. I would not shut up while watching that movie, but I would watch it.
I think it'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
I like how it ended by saying may contain patriotic garbage.
Yeah.
I will say, for being as nationalistic as it was, surprisingly pro-immigrant, because they said the Asian character could...
Ho Chi Minh?
Yeah, Ho Chi
That he would make a good American?
Yeah.
And the actor who was voicing him was obviously a child.
Right, yeah. That was pretty good. The one for Thor, Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. There's a few good chuckles in it, but it wasn't as funny as the movie one. It was, it's fine when you're driving around in the game and doing other stuff, like running over pedestrians or doing drive-bys.
It makes it realistic, yeah. But I'm glad they included it as part of the CD to archive it, but...
Yeah, it was not as interesting as the Exploder movie trailer.
Yeah, like we were like laughing and joking around during the trailer part, but during the Thor part, I think we all very much were just looking at our phones, waiting for it to end. So, not much comedic value beyond it existing.
Yeah,
and then of course, actually got the fucking hidden track on mic because we forgot to pause it. I mean, I'm either going to use it as like outro credits or something.
Bonus footage.
Yeah, I don't know. There'll be a weird edit there. You'll already know about it because we're talking about it after it happened. So,
yeah.
And that was pretty funny. I think it. What was it? Lazlow getting fired? It sounded like.
Yeah.
Which
I think his character throughout the series got fired a few times from different radio stations.
He ends up on different stations and shit.
Yeah, because he ends up in San Andreas for the next game on a different station. I don't think it was the metal station. I think it was just.
That might have. Yeah.
Was it like the alternative station?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's been so long since I played San Andreas.
I know. Now that I beat Vice City, I'm probably gonna do San Andreas next.
With the hot coffee mod?
Of course. You can't play it any other way.
Yeah.
All right. So we got one more quote unquote side, just made up of songs that weren't actually on the CD, but we're gonna listen to them, and then we'll come back and give you our take on those.
If you can't wear a spandex jumpsuit, what can you do? This is The Rock.
All right, and then we're back from the last four of the songs that did not end up on the CD, probably for licensing reasons.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there was one song that I loved, and that one didn't fit with the whole vibe, and was kind of a weird outlier. And then the other three, yeah.
Well, let's see what we got here. We had we started with the Cults. She Sells Sanctuary.
Love that song. Is not the same genre as everything else.
No, definitely not.
And I think there's even a station in this game that it would have fit on better.
Yeah, that would have been better on the new wave one, I think, almost. That's like it's not a new wave song, but it's like, like a spooky gothic post-punk song.
Yeah.
And it would have fit more. It would have fit better alongside like Tears for Fears and
very
Blondie.
dreamy.
Yeah, for sure. So, odd placement. Great song, though.
Yeah, great song. The guitar tone fucking rips. Yeah.
Next one is one that I particularly like in the game. I think it fits the vibe of the game. Is Loverboy Working for the Weekend.
Yeah, perfect for the game. Great for the game.
Yeah.
That was probably the one that stood out the most on the.
Yeah.
It does remind me, I can't hear it without thinking of Risky Business or the Chris Farley Chippendale sketch from Saturday Night Live. Because that's where I first heard that song, like both those places.
Yeah.
And so I associate it. I can't think of it on its own. It's that. But it was good to hear in the game. It was funny to hear in the game. Yeah.
When I was mulling over cover song ideas to promote my upcoming album, this was actually on the list because, my album is all about how we're taken advantage of socioeconomically, and often that is we all had to work on the fucking weekend when we had those kind of jobs. I'm sure we all remember that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought this would probably be a funny, I don't know, doomed out, sludged out, whatever the fuck it is I do.
Yeah.
Didn't make the list though.
For your on the list, have you considered Todd Rundgren's "Bang on My Drum All Day"?
I have not, but we might have to talk about that.
Yeah. A sludged out version of that would be interesting.
Well, you'll have to show me that.
Yeah.
Next one was, I think it was the in-game parody band, Lovefist, with the
Yes.
song Fist Fury.
I'm glad there weren't two of those on the album itself. This one was fine. I thought the other one was a
The
little
other was better, yeah.
I thought the chorus to this one was especially bad.
It was super cheese.
Yeah.
For archival purposes, I thought it was kind of weird that it wasn't on there because it's not like they didn't have the rights to it.
Yeah.
But maybe they had a similar mind to you guys, like, yeah, let's just put one of those.
Yeah. If it would have been on the main CD, people would have skipped it.
And then the last one we listened to was Alcatraz, God Blessed Video. Completely did not fit the vibe of the rest of the songs on this.
It fit the vibe of the game, but not the rest of the songs on the...
I think it would have fit on a different radio station, and I think I know why they paired it with the heavy metal bands, and it's because Yngwie used to be in this band.
Yeah.
And it's actually Steve Vai playing guitar on it, which the guitar playing was the best part of it. But I don't know, it sounded like hard rock Jimmy Buffett song.
The solo, when the solo got feedbacky, I thought that was pretty interesting. The rest of the song, yeah. But yeah, no, but it really does fit the vibe of the game, though. Like,
Fit the vibe, but uninspired.
yeah,
Yeah. And I think that is possibly the only time anything Yngwie related will probably make it onto this podcast.
yeah.
I do not like Yngwie. It sounds like your convoluted prog roommate didn't like Yngwie either.
No, there's nothing memorable about any of his songs to me. It just sounds like masturbation.
He plays fast.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not really all that interesting. There's an album with him and Tim Ripper Owens.
I had a roommate.
Two of them, actually.
I had a roommate in Austin that named his cat Yngwie, and then he named his other cat Lemmy, and I was like, wow, those two couldn't be further from each other, not could they?
it's like the opposite theories of metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that was it. So, Grand Theft Auto Vice City soundtrack. I think it's a fun listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All at once.
I would recommend playing Vice City, though, too.
Yeah.
It was a classic for a reason.
If you want to get a good taste of this album, grab Vice City off of Steam and then get the revised fan-made mod. I hear it's better than the definitive edition that Rockstar itself just put out. They also restore like a bunch of cut contents. They put Lance in his outfit that he had in the concept art rather than what ended up in the actual game. So a lot of fun little tweaks like that. And in addition to all the songs on this, they add all the stuff from the Vice City stories. So you had like Holy Diver, Queen of the Reich from Queensryche, which we reviewed. Dawkins, Kiss Lick It Up, I think is the perfect Kiss song for the Vice City games. And then, Scorpions, Rock You Like a Hurricane, and
It's a good one.
Judas Priest, Electric Eye, and Quiet Riot, Mental Health, and then a bunch of other ones that... Oh, Round and Round by Rat, since we've said
nice.
this about Rat.
Yeah. My controversial Grand Theft Auto take is, granted, it's been a long time since I played any of them, so maybe I wouldn't think this now, but I remember thinking I liked both Vice City and San Andreas more than 3 and 4.
I did not like 4 and 3. I remember not playing a lot because I was disappointed you can't punch the cars. Which might be, like, there might be patches that make that a thing now, so maybe I should try. I should probably play it again. But 4, what I didn't like about 4 and 5 is you can't commit any crimes without the cops coming after you immediately.
And I
want to commit a few petty crimes before they come after me.
Right.
I also thought 4 and 5, the car controls started to feel like ass. Like
I do really like the car controls in Vice City and San Andreas.
Yeah, like eventually it just became like too clunky and cumbersome, and you would commit crimes and you weren't trying to commit crimes. And then the cops just appear on you. It's like, I'm just trying to drive across the city right now to get to the spot I want to be in.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, the brakes are super unresponsive, and I lightly tapped this car in front of me, and now I have 3 stars. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's like, I think what I really loved about Vice City and San Andreas is you could almost completely ignore the campaign.
Yeah.
There are points where you want to play through it just to unlock the other parts of the map, but I mean, just going around and committing crimes is just the fun part.
Yeah.
And part of it was driving around in the cars and listening to the soundtracks on this kind of stuff. So,
and I think 3 was great, but I think it was the one where they went to 3D for the first time. There's a little clunkiness with that, and then just with Vice City,
Vice City,
Vice City and San Andreas, they fine tuned it. And
the thing about 5 that's really cool is that someone that's been to LA multiple times, it looks just like fucking California.
I've heard that.
Really fucking accurate.
I saw somebody say that it was like a football player who'd never been to LA. He said he knew where everything was just based on playing number 5. That's one I might need to play at some point, because Sean was telling me he didn't like 4, but he liked 5. So
5 was pretty fun. It's got a lot of charm, especially like the weird stuff you'll find, like the ghost in the fucking mountains and shit. And
I see like YouTube shorts of like some of those moments that look really fun from that game.
And it's had a really long lifespan with some of the weird things people just do for fun in the multiplayer with their friends, and then sometimes stream it.
Dude, I tried the multiplayer once, and people are such this is why I don't do multiplayer anymore. I just play with myself. Kyle just likes to play with himself. That's what he does. But I was playing Grand Theft Auto multiplayer once, and some motherfucker turned me into a Christmas tree. And I'm just driving around as a fucking Christmas tree, and I can't do anything because I'm a fucking Christmas tree. And I reboot the fucking game, and I log back in, and I'm still a fucking Christmas tree. So I'm like, I'm done.
That's pretty much exactly was my my experience with it. Is I loaded it in, and then I would get killed so fast I couldn't do anything. So I don't know.
I don't like
people spend their entire days doing that kind of stuff, and I have a 9 to 5. So I don't have time for that.
I don't like playing competitive multiplayer with complete strangers on the internet, because I don't have the time to be as good as them. So it's just not fun for me.
Yeah, exactly. Like I love playing Age of Empires. I like to think I'm pretty good at it, and then I load it up against like an actual person who's memorized all the hotkeys, and
you get beat by some fucking 10-year-old.
And knows exactly what tech things to research in each age, when to perfectly optimize when they're gonna bum rush you. And
I thought it was fun that one time we played Age of Empires, and I handled all the military stuff and you handled all the economic stuff. It actually worked. That allowed us to free up and concentrate on what we were best at.
Well, that's because I'm a Civ. I play Age of Empires like a Civ player to my detriment.
Well, it's like actual history too. It's like you were my vassal state. You provide economics, I provide security.
So I just kept building up my trade center and sending you money, and then you went and attacked all the computer players.
We're talking about doing a gaming channel, and if that's interests anybody out there, I don't know, leave us a comment and tell us you'd like to see that.
There you go.
Maybe we'll do a Baldur's Gate 3 stream.
That'd be fun.
Or maybe we'll play Elden Ring. We'll make Steve play Elden Ring and die a bunch.
Let's make the guy that loves 2D platformers play 3D
action RPG.
Any Souls style game, I just fucking rage quit. Life is hard enough. I don't need to get my ass kicked by a video game, because life already kicks my ass enough. So thank you.
I think Dave's a bit of a masochist. Maybe.
Even the new Star Wars game, I was like, fuck you.
Oh, was that the Jedi Fallen Order one?
Yep.
That's like an easier Souls game, basically.
Well, all right. So you guys got a taste of where my music genesis came from. Any surprises? Or is it like, oh, that explains a lot?
It is kind of how I remembered Vice City. I couldn't have told you the track list word for word if you'd have talked to me about it yesterday, but it's just like listening to it. It's like, oh yeah, I remember hearing that. Yeah.
Makes sense to me. A lot of thrashy stuff, and then a lot of the 80s synth poppy, lots of pedals, because Steve doesn't use all of his pedals. So.
The best thing we've ever done with Steve's pedals is plugged his whole pedal board into a record player and made just this sludgy hell sound with it.
I know, we need to actually release that someday.
That sounds fun.
We bought a $2 fife and drum record from Goodwill. Nice. So it's just Yeah, like 18th century army marching music. Just played through that, and it sounded like it was drowning. And yeah.
Just to put context to Kyle's no pedal comments, back in the early days of Megaton, I had a pedal board, and my tone was all of those pedals turned on at all times. But I guess his original guitar player did not see that, because he stormed out during our set. I guess slammed the door so hard that everybody could hear it. I don't remember that, and then like bitched about it afterwards and all that. Do you have any more to add beyond that?
Was he just mad that you had all your pedals on all the time?
Yeah,
No, he was mad that I didn't use them, but I was using
he
them.
doesn't even use all those pedals. He was pissed about everything. He was bitching about the venue in front of like the person that booked the show. I'm like, oh my god, get me out of here, please.
Well, and I think it's funny because I think there was one pedal on the board that I didn't use, and that's because I used it in Pete's band and not in Megaton, and I wasn't going to take one pedal off the board.
Let me take my one pedal off,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, especially since both bands were probably playing that night.
I don't think so, but there would have been a good chance of that,
Yeah.
I remember we had all of my bands played the show at the, whatever that place was called,
Was it the Hole?
Yeah, it was the Hole, and a band called Break the Cycle was playing, and I
remember that.
Carathos, Gong Farmer, and Megaton were all on it.
Yeah, we played.
And it was all the same members shifting gear between each band. And I was thinking, this band from California has to think there's nobody in our scene.
I mean, that's kind of
no one came to that show, so yeah. But they were like, it was just like this ska black metal hybrid who did a lot of songs about breaking the cycle of gang violence.
And yeah, with that sound description, it was like, Megaton, Carathos, and Gong Farmer. It was like perfect billing for that one that nobody saw.
Yeah.
I had a great time, though. I saw their CD in my collection recently.
Yeah.
We played Louis with them once, too, after that. Yeah.
It trips me up that the sign for that's in that.
It's in a fucking apartment complex. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's that's like the perfect like visual to what happens to venues in Omaha.
Yeah.
I hated playing at that place. I didn't like the owner.
I mean, that's fair. They kind of didn't give a shit, but whatever.
Still sad about how many, just like small sized venues don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
And there's just not enough of them now.
Yeah, one just died the other day, Maloney's.
What?
Yeah, Maloney's is closing.
Fuck.
Yeah.
We just had a great show there.
We're down to like the Reverb now, unless you want to play the Nazi Jack's bar.
Is it still? I noticed they took away the Dr. Jack's name is now just called the Drinkery.
Yeah, because the tattoo parlor is closed, and like not a lot of people book there anymore because they had a Proud Boys party. So
just like that restaurant down the street that had a Proud Boys party.
Yeah, and now it's a Mexican restaurant. I fucking love it.
Yeah,
I fucking love
it. We've had some good luck playing. Let's see. Yeah, we've had some good luck playing the Sydney. I like playing the Sydney.
Yeah, I remember
It's about
Primitive
the
Man
right size.
played the Sydney before they got signed to Relapse, and I'm sure that was like way too much for them. But I bet it was an awesome show.
Yeah, but I liked what like the Hideout and Brothers that size was.
I miss
perfect.
Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah. I cried the last.
Hideout was great.
Yeah. I cried the last night at Brothers. I got a ticket to the very last.
They finally
show
sold out.
and
I mean, they're leasing that building for $1 million, so they probably got at least $500,000 for that, right?
yeah, and they want to retire. Good for them. I'm glad they're living their best life now. But that bar was an institution.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks that they wanted to change that. Like the people who ran that neighborhood wanted to change it into something else. That
It's very gentrified over there now. Like I used to live right there on 30th and Dodge.
Yeah.
I used to just go over there to Brothers and Ground Floor when Ground Floor Guitar was still there. And
I remember that place. Yeah.
Ground Floor Guitars even moved now. They're down by the Slowdown now.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, that whole that used to be my old stomping grounds over there.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah. I bet we could play the small stage at Slowdown if we really wanted to.
What we should probably do is start trying to book.
You know who
played?
played? Lincoln for sure is. We're playing the K-Zoom Fest. Gonna plug that. So if you want to see Weaving Shadows, February 21st.
Good enough place to end this. Andy,
Yeah.
Plug your band. And,
Yeah.
Weaving Shadows are going to be playing the 21st at the Keg, Gray's Keg, whatever you want to call it, in Lincoln. KZoom have a Heart Fest. All the proceeds go to the radio station out there in Lincoln, so come out to see that.
Nice.
WeavingShadows.com. WeavingShadows.bandcamp.com.
You're also on all the major streaming platforms we discussed the other day.
Yep. We got a new single hitting there. If fucking CD Baby would not take a week and a half, that'd be nice, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is what it is.
He also gave us some pretty rockin' shirts.
Yeah, check out the merch section.
Yep. Any merch orders on Bandcamp, we send a free pack of Weaving Shadows rolling papers. I was gonna bring you guys some and I forgot them. So next time you have me on, I'll have to bring in the Weaving Shadows rolling papers too.
Nice.
That's a great merch idea. We might have to steal that.
Yeah.
The merch idea that I had that I really want to implement is I want to make votive candles.
Oh, there you go.
So, like,
I like
so
that.
just like those prayer candles that you can get at grocery stores, and just like have like pictures of the band posing like saints on them.
Well, I think about how many fucking t-shirts I have. It's like I think bands need to start thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
And other things. Like Adam was doing things like selling sunglasses, and that was working pretty good actually.
Yeah.
My guitarist's other band, Cheap Porno, like they have condoms, so they hand out condoms at the shows.
We're working on a song called "Moldy Box of Porn" that they should cover.
There you go.
All right, that's it. Check out Weaving Shadows. I listened to them on Tidal the other day. Mixed very well. Sounds great. One riff, 25 minutes. And Dave?
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Side 1, Side B with Dave and Steve is a Floof Goof Studios production. You can find us on Instagram at KillRockMusicSWS and Dave_Diction. You can find us on Bluesky at KillRock Music and Beastmaster General. Check out our musical projects, The Alliterates and Lucid Fugue, on all major streaming platforms, and links to each at my website, killrockmusic.com. That's KILRAVOCK music.com. This also includes my past projects, Megaton and Valley of Shadows, and my current solo project, Kill Rock. You can also find Dave's past project, Gong Farmer, at GONGFERMOUR.bandcamp.com. Thanks.
Everyone we worked with is dead.
Really ripped. Yeah.
I need to change my pants.
Check. Leonard Bernstein. I hate it so much I skipped the whole Destroyer.
Allow me to play you out.
Dirty Dave just pooped his pants.
Yes, indeed.
Perfect hooker murdering song.